Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. I am filming this on November 1st. We have some big developments. Russia appears to be backtracking after threatening President Donald Trump over Venezuela. Russia's bold, tough talk message has all of a sudden disappeared after Russia wanted everyone to believe they were going to send troops in to fight America in Venezuela. Looks like now they are trying to pretend that never happened. Plus, we have a ton of other developments, including more ship movements. The mysterious ghost ship has disappeared into the smoke again, and I'm going to break it all down for you. I did not have my hat on in the last video, and a bunch of you commented that you're like, where's the hat? Put the hat back on. I don't know if my hairline is bad or what it might be, but the hat is back. So all information is up to date as of November 1st in this video. Before we get into it, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free, cost you nothing at all. Huge boost to the channel. Comment with your thoughts below. What do you think about Russia backtracking? Do you think Russia might actually be lying about backtracking and they will still help Venezuela? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that bell, all notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. You have the best information on YouTube. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. My DMs are wide open. Now let's jump into it. So this is the article that has set the world on fire over the past 24 to 36 hours or so, when the Miami Herald dropped a bombshell report that the U.S. has been ordered to strike Venezuela. The strikes could come at any time. Now, I do want to make clear that President Trump has denied that he has already ordered to strike. The Wall Street Journal, before the Miami Herald came out with this report, had a very similar report saying the targets had actually already been picked. They were just waiting for the green light. The Miami Herald saying the green light has been given. Now, Trump also said, for full disclosure, that we weren't flying bombers off the coast of Venezuela when you clearly could track them on public flight tracking data. And keep in mind, we also ran a smoke and mirrors campaign before we bombed Iran. Trump saying, oh, we're very close to a deal, peace, yada, yada, yada. And then the Iranians let their guard down, and then he flattened 3 different sites in the country. So you got to remember, there is a lot of showmanship going on. But this article took the world by storm. It says U.S. posed to strike military targets in Venezuela and escalation against the Maduro regime. It says the Trump administration has made the decision to attack military installations inside Venezuela, and the strikes could come at any moment. Sources with knowledge of the situation told the Miami Herald, as the U.S. prepares to initiate the next stage of its campaign against the Sol's drug cartel. The planned attacks, also reported by the Wall Street Journal, will seek to destroy military installations used by drug trafficking organizations, U.S. says, is headed by Venezuelan strongman Nicolas Maduro and run by top members of the regime. Sources told the Herald that the targets, which could be struck by air in a matter of days or even hours, also aim to decapitate the cartel's hierarchy. U.S. officials believe the cartel exports around 500 tons of cocaine yearly, split between Europe and the United States. While sources declined to say whether Maduro himself is a target, one of them said his time is running out. Maduro is about to find himself trapped and might soon discover that he cannot flee the country, even if he decided to. What's worse for him, there is now more than one general willing to capture him and hand him over, fully aware that one thing is to talk about death, another is to see it coming. Washington has doubled the reward for information leading to Maduro's arrest to $50 million, the largest bounty ever offered, and currently offers $25 million rewards for the capture of some of his top lieutenants, including Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello, who is believed to run cartel operations. Another key regime figure facing U.S. drug trafficking charges is Defense Minister Vladimir Pedrino Lopez. So this was the report from the Miami Herald that has set the world on fire. Now, I'm going to put this up on the screen. So I'm sorry, it's blurry. It's blurry because I had to actually screenshot this from a previous video I did. So Russia has made this big show. Here they say, we support the leadership of Venezuela in defending its national sovereignty, taking into account the dynamics of the international and regional situation. We stand ready to respond appropriately to requests for our partners in light of emerging threats. Keep in mind, it has come out that Maduro is begging Russia for weapons, contractors, security, advisors, new aircraft. He's going to the Chinese asking for the same thing. Drones. He's asking for offensive missiles, offensive drones to strike and kill American forces. He's asking Iran for this. So Russia's out here talking tough, acting like they're going to flood in and defend Maduro's regime from potential military action carried out by the United States of America, doing all this shit talking, all of this threatening towards Trump. And then what do you know? November 1st rolls around and they deleted this message. After all their tough talk and all of their trash talking to Trump that they were going to come in and save Maduro from a U.S. military strike, this message has mysteriously disappeared from Twitter. This one right here, gone. Boom. This one had a map attached to it. I don't think I can't find the map part of it. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can. I'll pull it up for you right now. So what you see here now is the full tweet, which again, I had to screenshot from a previous video I did because they've deleted it. And it's got the map of Venezuela, and it's talking about how they're going to come give Maduro assistance. And all of a sudden, not so tough when the United States has an aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, and the strike group that supports it on the way. But what we have to note here, I'm going to pull this off the screen. What we have to note here is we still have the mysterious Russian flights that nobody has been able to explain that came into Caracas this week. And here you see it. It is a Russian aircraft tied to the Russian government carrying unknown supplies. Were they Wagner Group contractors? Were they surface-to-air missiles? Were they airplane parts? Was it ammunition for a variety of different weapons? We don't know, but these planes have come in, they've dropped stuff off, and this was before Russia deleted the tweet, talking trash, talking tough. Here's what happened to the plane next. So what you just saw was one of the planes coming in. After this plane dropped off whatever cargo it was carrying, it then flew north to Cuba. I actually think there's a good chance that Maduro could try to be evacuating money, trying to get as much money and resources of his out of the country into Cuba so that he has something that he can have in the event the government falls. In the event the U.S. strikes and the Maduro regime falls, he would then have assets that he has hidden elsewhere in the world. So while this is going on, I'm going to share this tab for you. This comes from the war zone. While this is going on, Trump has deployed more ships to the region, carrying missiles, weapons, and men. So it says the U.S. Navy is continuing to build up its forces in the Caribbean amid reported claims that an attack on Venezuela could be imminent. The Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser, the USS Gettysburg, is now in the region, a U.S. Navy official told the war zone. The Gettysburg adds to a current force of 8 other warships deployed as part of an enhanced counter-narcotics operation, also aimed at Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro. In addition, as we have previously reported, the USS Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group has been ordered to the region, but is not expected to arrive for about a week. So we're still about a week away. You wouldn't think that strikes would begin against Venezuela until the aircraft carrier shows up, but who knows? It says the Gettysburg is the second cruiser to take part in the operation, joining the USS Lake Erie. The vessels in this class bring a great deal of additional firepower and other capabilities to the flotilla, now arrayed in the Caribbean. So if you're curious about what that is, I'm going to put this up on the screen for you here. It says the USS Gettysburg is a Ticonderoga-class guided missile destroyer in the U.S. Navy. It is named for the Battle of Gettysburg during the Civil War. If we scroll down here to armaments, it has it can carry 122 different kinds of cruise missiles, 8 Harpoon missiles. It's got machine guns. It's got the phalanx. And then let's take a look at some pictures of it. So this is it right here. Well, these are the flags of it. So this is it right here. So there are 2 good photos of the ship. And while we have more details about the ships coming in, this is a bit concerning. So I actually got tipped off about this on Friday before it went public. I did not report it because I didn't want to spook anyone. I didn't want to get ahead of what was ever going, didn't want to compromise. But I actually found out about this early Friday morning. And it says, the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force has been placed on high alert state one posture, with all Army personnel ordered to report to all 4 military bases at Komodo, La Romaine, Chaga, Uramas. I apologize if I'm butchering this. Let me know how to say it correctly in the comments. Long circular within the next few hours, while officers with the Coast Guard were given a similar order but told to report to the bases at Stablus Bay, Galate Point, and Cedro Security Complex, according to multiple senior officials and military sources who spoke to the Trinidad Express. So Trinidad and Tobago, which is just off the coast of Venezuela, we have a warship there right now. The 160th SOAR, the best helicopters on the pilots on the planet, have allegedly been flying operations, training operations out there. They went on high alert. So again, I'm filming this on November 1st. On October 31st, they went on high alert. I repeat, high alert for whatever is coming next. And that would seem to indicate these strikes are getting closer and closer to happening. This will back up the idea they are getting closer. What you see here is GPS jamming off the coast of Venezuela throughout the island chain areas. They are trying to stop Venezuela from having any of its tracking, any of its radar, all of it. They are trying to take it all offline. Why do you do that? Well, if you have planes that are about to be flying into Venezuelan airspace, or even cruise missiles coming into Venezuelan airspace, you don't want Venezuela air defense systems to be operational. So what they're doing here, what you are looking at here, is they are taking down the Venezuelan air defense network. I repeat, they are taking it down. They are getting ready to conduct some kind of significant operation, and this is a precursor to that. Last thing here. So we all know what the MV Ocean Trader is at this point, right? The Ocean Trader, the Delta Force, SEAL Team 6, Black Ops, JSOC Ghost Ship, which technically doesn't even exist. So it had been in Puerto Rico. You can see it right here. And now it has left Puerto Rico. We do not know where the ghost ship is going. We do not know what the ghost ship might be up to next, but it is left refueling and resupplying, and it will now go to likely a staging area in the Caribbean in an undisclosed location in order to support whatever might be coming next for the United States of America in this operation against Venezuela, which is just further proof things are getting intense, things are getting spicy, and this situation is going to continue to pop off. So we've got the Russians deleting their threat to Trump. We've got the Trump sending more warships into the region. Everyone is waiting for the carrier to deploy. Trinidad and Tobago is on high alert. We have GPS jamming going on across the coast. The MV Ocean Trader, the Black Ops ship, has disappeared into the ether. We do not know where it is now. The location of the ghost ship is unconfirmed and undisclosed. I repeat, is unconfirmed and undisclosed. It is essentially in the darkness. It is in the smoke, preparing to launch Black Ops operations at whatever targets President Donald Trump and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth pick. It is, I mean, I hate to say it's go time, but you don't jam GPS, you don't go on high alert, you don't send the ghost ship to sea, and you don't send an aircraft carrier or more cruise missiles aboard a destroyer or cruiser unless you plan on using them. So that is where we are at. We are getting ready to roll. And I'm going to stay here. I will be following the developments with Venezuela like a hawk, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. How do you see this situation unfolding? Where do we go from here? How does it play out? Let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free. Cost you guys nothing at all. Hit that bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a single thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. My DMs are wide open. Reach out with any tips you have. I will be back when we have more information. Until then, I'll see y'all next.